Hey guys, I'm Jim and you're watching FEPLabs Radio. Thanks for stopping by. Today I want to talk about filters. So these are a couple of filters that I purchased. These are used off of eBay, and there are two different kinds. There are multiple kinds of filters, and I'll talk about those in a minute. There's different kinds of filters in the way that they're made, and there's different kinds of filters in the way that they function. These two particular filters, with regards to function, this is a low pass filter. This filter is an old Bird model filter. It's a Bird model 522. I don't know the exact age of it. It's got a year or two on it. This was an eBay purchase. These are N-type connectors on this guy, as you can see, ends on both ends. And if anyone can tell me why this is this, I would love to know, because these don't move, they don't adjust, there's no up, down, twirl, rotate in any way. It looks to me like this particular filter would be mounted flush against something and screwed in. This Bird filter is, like I said, a low pass filter with a cutoff of 400 megacycles. So this is low pass, and what a low pass filter is everything that is beneath that frequency will pass, and everything above that frequency will be blocked. So what you would see, what we should see when we hook this up and take a look at it on the spectrum analyzer, is you should see some sort of curve come across and then drop down. And the curve, of course, might be sharper than that. It depends on the way the filter's made internally. Since there's not an easy way to open this up, I can't really see how it's made inside. I don't know if this is a RC or an RLC. This is a bandpass filter. Now this one is an old Filtronetics. This is a model FN564, and this is at 125 kilohertz is the bandpass for this. This guy's bandpass is 125 kilohertz. So a bandpass filter is going to look something like a hump, a bell curve, because this band here is what we're passing. And then at some point, there's some sort of curve on either side where we're cutting off higher and lower frequencies from going through this filter. Then there's other types which I don't have and I can't really show you. There's a high pass filter, which means everything below a certain cutoff frequency will be blocked, and only frequencies higher than a given frequency will be allowed to go. So that's kind of the reverse curve of a low pass filter. And then there's a notch filter, is kind of the opposite look of a bandpass filter. A notch filter is going to have frequencies that pass on either side, and then an upside down, a U shape like that instead of a bell curve like that. So that's a bandpass filter. If you have an HF radio, every one of your HF radios has adjustable filters on it to make low pass, high pass, and notch filters, so you can narrow down that signal and get rid of extraneous frequencies on either side of the desired signal. And if you have taken a test recently on the general or the extra, I know there's a lot of questions in there that talk about filters. This guy will not come apart, unfortunately, either. I've got the bandpass filter hooked up here, and we've got it on the scope and on the spectrum analyzer. And I'm gonna zoom the camera in here. So that's a bandpass filter, and I have the reference level on this set to -10 dBm. So you can see what it looks like there on the screen. And it is a fairly sharp and flat plateau on this particular filter. Those frequencies on either side of 125 kilohertz are going to get cut off, and we're going to let the 125 kilohertz frequency range come through. Now, if I jump up here and turn on markers, and we can scooch the marker over there, you should be able to see it on the screen. And so marker 1 is at 115 kilohertz. And then moving same marker over, we start to fall off around 135 kilohertz. So we're at a -2 dB level across 10 kilohertz, basically. Across 20 kilohertz, I'm sorry. So that is our bandpass. And then as you can see on either side, we have a fairly sharp drop off on both sides of our pass band where we're starting to filter out everything else. So let me cut this and set it back up, and we'll take a look at the low pass filter. Okay, here I have the low pass filter set up. This is the bird filter here. And of course, then we have our cables. What we have here is a marker here at 400 megahertz. And this second marker right here is at 400 plus 26.5, 426.5 megahertz. That is a delta off of our first marker. So this filter at 426.5 megahertz has dropped 3 dB of signal. If we scoot this back and sync him up, we have 0. That's the delta marker we're looking at. So here the response is nice and flat, and then it starts dropping off as we approach that 400, as we hit 400 megahertz. And as we go down, you can see our signal level dropping down. And again, this is delta. So there's 3 dB down from our original signal at 400. So we're at 426.25 now. We've dropped 3 dB. And if we keep going around 35, I believe, on this guy, there's 6 dB drop at 34.75 megahertz below our, or rather above our initial reading of 400. So our cutoff here, minus 6 dB at 434 megahertz. And then it'll keep on going down as we go. Now, something that I've noticed on this filter, and I don't know why, I cannot explain it, and it may be that there's a defect in the filter. This was an eBay purchase, so I don't know. I expect this line to go like this all the way down without this little ski slope in it. So I don't know what that is, and I cannot tell you why that is. That is not what I expected to see. I expected to see this and then a curve downward as the response fell off. So this is our low pass filter. Anything below 400 megahertz is going to go through, and as we get above 400 megahertz, we're now clamping that off, so those frequencies are not going to pass. Low pass is what we're looking at. And as I mentioned earlier, a high pass would be the reverse of this. The curve would start down here at a lower level, right, and then go up as we allow higher frequencies than our cutoff to go through. Okay, so guys, that's what I have for you for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, got something out of it. If you would, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not, ring that bell so you're notified whenever I post any new content. As always, 73, thanks for stopping by.